Dear honorable judges and everyone who is currently watching this video, it is nice to meet you in this special competition. My name is Hafidzah and I come from SMA Bias, Yogyakarta. So, I guess that most of you feeling bored during this pandemic? Am I right? Well, today I am standing here in front of you because I want to tell you an interesting Greek story. The title is Odysseus and the Cyclops Polyphemus. Happy listening. After 10 years of fighting against Troy, Odysseus, one of the victorious Greek leaders known for his cleverness, sailed for home with his men and ships. After many adventures, they came to an island. Look at the island, what a beautiful strange island. I think it has soft grass and well-watered spring. Let's find some food there, said Odysseus. Then they docked their ship on the island, hoping to find some food. With a grumbling stomach, Odysseus and his men went searching for food. But Odysseus didn't know that the island was inhabited by the Cyclops people, a race of giants with only one eye in the middle of their forehead. The Cyclops creatures were lawless, without culture, and ate human available. When searching for food, Odysseus and his men found a large cave filled with a lot of food and drinks. Then they decided to eat as much as they want. Then, when their stomach was full, they felt sleepy and fell asleep in the cave. After a time, a Cyclops, whose name was Polyphemus, returned to the cave. He rolled a huge stone to close the mouth of the cave. And then Polyphemus was very angry, knowing there was human in his cave. "How dare you enter my cave? I will make sure you won't be able to get out, and all of you will become my meal," said Polyphemus angry. Then the angry Polyphemus grabbed two of the men, smashed their head against the rock, and ate them. Odysseus dared do nothing, since only the Cyclops was strong enough to move the stone away from the mouth of the cave. The next morning, Polyphemus grabbed two of the men, smashed their head against the rock, and ate them for his breakfast. He then rolled away the stone and led out his ship and rolled the stone back to close the mouth of the cave. Then Odysseus thought of an idea. Odysseus started devising a strategy to get out of the cave. Odysseus and his men took a large timber, cleft the end to a sharp point, and hid it. When Polyphemus returned in the evening, he again led his ship in and rolled the stone back to close the mouth of the cave. Polyphemus proceeded to bash and their head of two more men and eat them. This time, Odysseus spoke up and offered the Cyclops some strong wine he had brought with him. "Dear giant Cyclops, you look tired after a day outside the cave. I brought a drink that can restore your strength," said Odysseus. Polyphemus, who had drunk wine, drank fill and became very drunk. "Oh, thank you for the drink. Anyway, who is your name?" said Polyphemus drunk. "No man," answered Odysseus. Then the Polyphemus fell asleep in a drunken sleep. Odysseus and his men then took the timber, hid it in the fire until it got red, and with all their strength they pushed the red-hot point into the eye of Polyphemus. Polyphemus howled and woke up flailing, but he was not blind. And the other Cyclops came running. But when they asked Polyphemus who had done this to him, Polyphemus answered, "No man." And the all other Cyclops returned home laughing. After a day, in the next morning, Odysseus tied each of his men to its belly of one of the giant ships. When Polyphemus awoke and let his ship out of the cave, he felt the back of the ship to make sure no worse went on them. Feeling nothing, Polyphemus allowed his ship to pass out of the cave. Carrying with Odysseus' crew tied to its belly, Odysseus himself grabbed onto the flesh of the last giant ship belly, escaped throughout the mouth of the cave. Odysseus came running to their ships and hurriedly pushed out to sea. As sailed away from the harbor, Odysseus called out to Polyphemus, laughing at him and telling him that it was no man. It's he, Polyphemus, who had blinded him and fooled him. This is the end of the story. Thank you for listening my story, and I hope you will stay safe in this pandemic. And I hope this pandemic will be over as soon as possible. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.